What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today, Xur is on Earth. He's hanging out in the Winding Cove right up here. You can see I've already got him marked on my map. Simply fly into the Winding Cove, and you can basically make a beeline straight to him. If this is your first time seeing Xur on Earth, maybe you're brand new to the PC game, he's not very hard to find. You can either jump up the cliff that he's on, or you can find the tunnel that's just below him, and that will bring you up to him. He's got some pretty good stuff, especially for the Titans and the Warlocks this week. The weapon of the week, I'd say, is mildly disappointing. It's not one of my favorite weapons in Destiny 2, but definitely got some good stuff as far as armor goes. So, now that we're here, you can kind of see there is a tunnel right up here, and that will just kind of wind you up to his cliff. He's not hiding too hard. Still kind of hoping that eventually they take him off the map, so we got to go out and find him ourselves. I think that'd be really fun. Anyhow, here's Xur. The weapon of the week is the Graviton Lance. It's not one of my favorite exotics, mainly because of the huge amount of recoil that occurs after you fire the third burst. Now, the thing is, the third shot of the burst, the thing is that when you fire it, all three bullets do go where you are aiming, and that's good. But follow-up shots just kind of, you got to constantly be re-aiming. It just kind of feels like it's fighting you a lot. The main perk here is Black Hole. The third shot of a burst rips a hole through space-time, doing high damage and recoil with no fall-off. So it does do big damage with that third shot. I tend to really try and use this thing from a distance, almost like a scout rifle, but, you know, I'd just rather have a scout rifle at that point. It's an exotic that, because of that high recoil, just feels sloppy to me, and I've never really found a use for it other than, you know, it just looking amazing. It's also got hammer-forged rifling, accurized rounds, cosmology. Kills with this weapon cause enemy targets to detonate, which it's not a very large explosion. It doesn't seem entirely useful. And then, of course, fitted stock. For armor this week, we've got a returning Destiny 1 exotic for the Hunters, the young Ahamkara's Spine. The main perk here is Wish Dragon Teeth. Increases trip mine grenade duration and marks enemies damaged by the blast. Marking the enemy damaged by the blast is fairly useful in PvP. It's always nice to know where your enemy has run to, especially if they have low health. And having increased trip mine grenade length is nice, but I don't know. I just don't find it all that useful. If it gave you 2 trip mine grenades, great. That was a much better exotic. But 1 trip mine grenade that just lasts longer, there's just better exotics for a hunter. I can't really recommend going for this. Of course, if you are a collector, definitely pick it up. But if you are just looking for an awesome exotic to use, this probably isn't going to be high on your list. Next up, for the Titans, definitely a great helmet, the Mask of the Quiet One. The main perk here is Dreaded Visage. Grants melee, grenade, and class ability energy when damaged. When you take damage, it's giving you melee, grenade, and class ability energy. This is great for PvP and PvE. Also, in addition to that, void ability kills grant health regeneration. So if you're running around as a sentinel, every time you get a void ability kill, it starts regenerating your health. In PvP, this can be amazing because it keeps you fighting more often. But you got to get some grenade kills, you got to get some melee kills, you got to get some class ability stuff going. Well, you're not going to get too many class ability kills with your shield, but it's nice to be able to get your health regenerating as a Titan. It's one of the few exotics that'll do that for you, and it's a really good exotic. Highly recommend picking this one up. Do not let it slip by if you have a Titan. Next up, for the Warlock, we've got the Nezarec Sin. The main perk here is Abyssal Extractors. Void damage kills, increase ability energy, and recharge rate. There's a bunch of helmets on the Warlock that basically give you the ability to increase how fast your abilities are regenerating. This one is one of the faster ones, assuming that you continue to get void damage kills. It's a very good helmet. Definitely pick this up for your Warlock. So that's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it for Xur, the second week on PC. I think this is the 8th week on console. pretty good week, especially for the Warlocks and the Titans. The Hunters got the screw job a little bit, and I'm not super excited about the Graviton Lance. I just don't like the feel of the gun. It almost doesn't matter how much damage a weapon is doing. If I just don't enjoy using it, I'm just going to stay away from it, and that's how I kind of feel about the Graviton. It doesn't really matter to me if it's on console or PC. It just kind of feels poopy. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you guys next. Ooh, there's a golden chest here. Get that. Bye, guys.